5. Mindful breathing, the power of breath and the practice of mindfulness. The role of breath in mindfulness. The breath plays a crucial role in the practice of mindfulness, as it provides an anchor point for our awareness. Breathing is a natural and constant process that occurs independently of our will, but which we can also control and regulate if we wish. Therefore, by paying attention to our breath, we can create a bridge between mind and body, cultivating our ability to be present in the moment. Mindful breathing is an art of observing and experiencing the breath without judgment, allowing us to recognize the feelings and emotions that arise during practice. When we focus on our breath, the mind is quieted, and we are able to observe our thoughts and emotions clearly without being overwhelmed by them. During mindfulness practice, the breath acts as a focal point for our attention. We begin to notice the rhythm of our breath, the sensation of air entering and leaving our nostrils, the movement of our chest and abdomen. As we immerse ourselves in this experience, we become more aware of how the breath transforms in response to different mental and emotional states. This awareness allows us to recognize and welcome the changes in our breath without trying to change or control them. The breath is also a valuable tool to help us manage stress and relax the body. When we are anxious or stressed, our breath tends to be shallow and rapid. By focusing on the breath and learning to breathe deeply and slowly, we can activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the body's relaxation response. This process helps us reduce tension, calm the mind, and improve our ability to cope with daily challenges. In addition, breathing provides us with a unique opportunity to cultivate inner awareness and promote mental and emotional well-being. With regular practice, we learn to develop a more harmonious relationship with ourselves and others, accepting our imperfections and learning to handle difficulties with greater resilience and compassion. In the next section, we will delve into the benefits of mindful breathing, exploring how this practice can improve our physical and mental health, promote emotional well-being, and contribute to our personal and spiritual development. The benefits of mindful breathing. Mindful breathing offers numerous benefits for our physical, mental, and emotional health. First, the regular practice of mindful breathing can improve our cardiovascular and pulmonary health, as the act of breathing deeply and slowly increases oxygen supply to the blood, stimulates circulation, and reduces blood pressure. In addition, deep breathing helps relax muscles and reduce body tension, promoting greater physical well-being. On a mental level, mindful breathing promotes concentration and mental clarity, helping to improve memory, creativity, and decision-making ability. When we focus on our breath, the mind is quieted, and we are able to observe our thoughts and emotions clearly without being overwhelmed by them. This allows us to develop greater awareness of ourselves, our mental habits, and thought patterns that can influence our daily lives. From an emotional perspective, mindful breathing can help reduce anxiety, stress, and symptoms of depression. The practice of mindful breathing teaches us to recognize and welcome our emotions without judgment, enabling us to face emotional challenges with greater resilience and compassion. In addition, mindful breathing can improve our ability to manage stress and relax, as it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the body's relaxation response. Mindful breathing also helps us develop a greater connection with ourselves and others, improving our interpersonal relationships and empathy. When we practice mindful breathing, we learn to listen to our bodies and minds with care and attention, developing an attitude of acceptance and compassion toward ourselves and others. This can lead to a greater understanding of the emotions and needs of others and more effective communication. Finally, mindful breathing can further our spiritual development as it helps us cultivate a greater awareness of our interconnectedness with the world around us. Through the practice of mindful breathing, we can develop a deeper understanding of the impermanent and interdependent nature of existence, which can lead to greater inner peace and a broader outlook on life. In the next section, we will explore some mindful breathing techniques that can be used to cultivate a breath-based mindfulness practice and reap the many benefits associated with this practice. Mindful breathing techniques. Mindful breathing techniques are essential tools for cultivating a mindfulness practice and taking advantage of the many benefits associated with the breath. Here are some of the most common and effective techniques that can be used to develop a mindful breathing practice. Diaphragmatic breathing. This technique involves using the diaphragm, the main muscle responsible for breathing, to inhale and exhale deeply. You can practice this technique by getting comfortable, with one hand on your chest and the other on your abdomen. One inhales slowly through the nose, causing the abdomen to expand, and exhales through the mouth, allowing the abdomen to contract. This helps relax the body and improve oxygen supply. Breath counting. This technique involves counting breaths to develop concentration and awareness of the breath. You can start by counting an inhalation and exhalation as 1, the next inhalation and exhalation as 2, and so on up to 10. Once 10 is reached, start again from 1. Counting helps to keep the attention on the breath and to divert the mind from distractions. 4-step breathing. This technique involves inhaling, holding the breath, exhaling and holding the breath again, each step for a count of 4. 4-stage breathing can help relax the body and mind, improving breath awareness and emotional control. Alternating nostril breathing. This technique comes from the yoga tradition and involves alternating inhalation and exhalation between the 2 nostrils. It can be practiced by closing one nostril with one finger and inhaling from the other, then closing the other nostril and exhaling from the first. This process is repeated by alternating nostrils, allowing the energy in the body to be balanced and the mind to be calmed. Informal mindful breathing. Throughout the day, one can cultivate breath awareness simply by paying attention to the natural flow of inhalation and exhalation. You can do this while walking, working or performing other daily activities. This practice helps to maintain a connection with the present moment and cultivate mindfulness in everyday life. Now that we have explored some mindful breathing techniques, in the next section we will discuss how to integrate these practices into daily life so that you can reap the maximum benefits from mindful breathing and mindfulness. Integrating mindful breathing into daily life. Integrating mindful breathing into daily life may seem like a daunting task, but with a little practice and determination, one can successfully incorporate this powerful practice into our lifestyle. Below are some helpful tips and strategies for making mindful breathing an integral part of our daily lives. Establish a routine. Finding a specific time of day to engage in mindful breathing can be a great help. It can be in the morning, before starting the workday, during the lunch break, or before bedtime at night. The key is to be consistent in daily practice. Take advantage of breaks. During the day, take short breaks to practice mindful breathing. These moments can be an opportunity to relax the body and mind, banish stress, and reconnect with the present moment. Use reminders. Place visual reminders, such as stickers or notes, in strategic places, such as the refrigerator, bathroom mirror or desk, to remind yourself to practice mindful breathing throughout the day. Involve the senses. Mindful breathing can also be practiced by paying attention to the senses and body sensations. For example, one can focus attention on touch, sound, or smell while practicing mindful breathing to make the experience more engaging and rewarding. Link the practice to daily activities. Pairing mindful breathing with certain daily activities, such as washing dishes, taking a walk or waiting in line, can make it easier to integrate the practice into daily life and make it more accessible. Create a supportive environment. Creating a space dedicated to the practice of mindful breathing can be helpful in encouraging the habit. This space can be a quiet corner of the house, the garden, or an outdoor place you love to visit. Sharing the practice. Involving friends and family in the practice of mindful breathing can be an effective way to maintain commitment and share the benefits of this practice with others. By integrating mindful breathing into our daily lives, we prepare ourselves to face the challenges we encounter with greater calm and resilience. In the next section, we will examine how to use the breath to deal with daily challenges, providing additional strategies for making the most of the power of breathing in mindfulness practice. Using the breath to deal with daily challenges. Using the breath to deal with daily challenges can be an effective way to improve our ability to manage stress, increase concentration, and promote overall well-being. In this section, we will explore some strategies for harnessing the power of breath and mindfulness practice to overcome the obstacles and difficulties we encounter in everyday life. Stress management. During times of tension or anxiety, mindful breathing can help relax the body and calm the mind. By focusing on the breath, we can move away from negative thoughts and problems, promoting a sense of calm and relaxation. It is important to remember that mindful breathing does not eliminate stress, but it does help us manage it better and prevent it from overwhelming us. Increased concentration. Mindful breathing can be used to improve our ability to concentrate and focus on tasks that require our attention. By practicing mindful breathing regularly, concentration skills are strengthened, allowing us to be more productive and manage time better. Emotion management. Mindful breathing allows us to observe our emotions without judgment and without becoming overwhelmed by them. In this way, we can learn to respond to emotional situations in a more balanced and rational way, avoiding impulsive or disproportionate reactions. Improving interpersonal relationships. Practicing mindful breathing can help us become more present and attentive in our interactions with others. This enables us to listen better, understand the needs and feelings of others, and respond in a more empathetic and understanding way. Overcoming fears and worries. Mindful breathing can be a useful tool for dealing with fears and worries that prevent us from living our lives fully. By focusing on the breath, we can create a distance between us and our fears, allowing us to observe them more objectively and find effective solutions to overcome them. Promoting physical well-being. Mindful breathing can have positive effects on our physical health, improving sleep quality, reducing blood pressure and strengthening the immune system. By integrating mindful breathing into our daily routine, we can support our physical well-being and prevent long-term health problems. In the next section, we will further explore the practice of mindfulness through breath, exploring the different techniques and approaches available to make the most of the power of breath in our daily lives. Deepening the practice of mindfulness through the breath. Deepening the practice of mindfulness through the breath is essential to gain maximum benefits from this powerful technique. In this section, we will look at several ways to deepen our practice, improving our awareness of the breath and ability to use it as a tool for personal transformation. Perfecting technique. One of the keys to deepening the practice of mindfulness through the breath is to perfect our breathing technique. This can include learning different breathing techniques, such as diaphragmatic breathing or four-stroke breathing, which can help us improve our ability to focus on the breath and promote a sense of relaxation and well-being. Dear viewers, if you found value in this video, please press like and subscribe to our channel. This will help us grow and always bring you new quality content. Don't miss the next installments on mindfulness. Thank you for your support.